I've been on Mounjaro now just over 1 year and I've lost 7 stone. I previously lost 5 stone, so I'm down 12 stone from my heaviest weight. I mean, I used to weigh over 27 stone. And you know what? It's a lot more than what the number says on the scales. The biggest change has been the mental outlook on my life since I've lost the weight. And I never even knew that was a problem. It only hit me the other day. I was walking through town. I grabbed a protein bar because I was in a rush and I was eating it going down the street. Pretty normal thing to do. It is that moment there when I realized the impact my weight had been having on me. I would never have eaten like that going down the street because I was always feeling as if somebody was judging me, kind of going, oh, there he is, look, he's eating again, even though they'd probably never seen me before. But just that thought that somebody would see me, see my weight, would stop me from eating in public. That's one of the big changes I've seen. And I said, it's only now that I have gotten down to a weight that I'm happy with, that I'm actually starting to see the effect weight had on me and my whole thought process. And I have struggled with my weight for years. I mean, we're going back 16 years ago. I applied to be on a TV show here in Ireland called Operation Transformation. And ever since that time, I've been trying to lose. My original target was 10 stone, to lose 10 stone. And I would lose 5 stone. I would go down. I would try whatever fad diet was going and I would do really well at it. I do excellent at it because I would be 100% on the plan, but then I would be 100% off it. And that cycle kept the entire way through my life, my whole adult life for 16 years. I would be going down, then flying right back up. And I could never keep it balanced. Never. There was something, I mean, I would get from 27 stone down to about 20 stone. I did that a couple of times. So we're talking a big loss of 7 stone. But whatever it was, I would get to that point and I would slowly start to stop. And then all of a sudden I'd be like, oh, this plan isn't working. And I would just ditch it and I would go back to my old ways. That's until I discovered Mounjaro. And that blew my mind, the impact it had. And for me, it was nearly instant, the hit that I got from Mounjaro. It was the next day. I remember I took it at an evening time. I was all worried about all these side effects I've been hearing and stuff. So I was like, okay, I'll take it at the evening time. At least I'll be asleep then and I won't feel too bad. You know, those side effects never came true. But what did come true was that food noise. I'd heard people mention it before, but I truly didn't understand what it meant until the next day. And all of a sudden, food wasn't on my mind. It was not there. It absolutely wasn't. And it stayed like that right up until making this video. And that is some switch around because food was always on my mind, either like in a good way or a bad way. But I'd be like concentrating, okay, I'm going to eat really good today. I'm going to make sure whatever I eat is excellent. And if it's not on my plan, I'm not eating it. I couldn't have a grape because no, it's not on my plan. And I would religiously stick to that, but it was on my mind the entire time. Or the opposite. I'd be, say, eating healthy, but going, oh, the weekend, I'm going to have a pizza. I'm going to have this. I'm going to have that. And that's also a cycle that seemed to follow me the whole way, was that I would do good from Monday morning until Friday lunchtime and then be like, oh, well, that was a good week. I deserve the weekend off now. And from Friday evening until Sunday evening, I would just go all out. And again, food was just on my mind the entire time. I didn't even realize the extent as how much it was on my mind until it suddenly wasn't there. It freed up my thoughts to think about other things, more important things. That, say there was an event on, well, my thoughts would have been like, oh, I wonder what they're going to be serving food-wise. Oh, I wonder what there'll be to eat. Or, oh, what happens if I get hungry? Just these thoughts, they would preoccupy my mind more than whatever event I was going to. Now that's not the case. You know, but I still enjoy food. I love my food. I still eat a huge amount of food, but it doesn't play the main role of my day every day. And what I find it's allowed me to do is that because food isn't on my mind the entire time, I've been able to put in really good, sustainable habits into my lifestyle. I mean, I'm in the gym most days of the week. The alarm goes off at 5 o'clock in the morning. I get up, I go to the gym, I enjoy my workout. I plan. And with that food noise gone, I mean, it's given me such more opportunity to put in proper lasting habits into my life. I mean, it frees you up to actually make a change, to make habits stick, to enjoy the process of actually starting to eat healthy. The food you do eat, you don't become obsessive about it. But for me, I want to eat good food now, and it allows me to do that. It allows me to think of ways of making whatever dinner I'm making, but no, maybe I'll try and make it a bit healthier. I want to make it tasty too, but it's not just about I need the food, I need the food. It's that I care about the food more. And I still eat chocolate, I still eat ice cream, but I actually enjoy it a lot more now, because in the past, before I tried Mounjaro, if I was having chocolate, I would eat it until I was stuffed with it. I mean, past the point of enjoyment, but it'd be always like, if I'm having chocolate today, I won't eat any tomorrow. And that would always be the case, or I won't have any again until next weekend. All those thoughts started to kind of just creep into my mind. So for me now, being able to actually enjoy food more, it means I don't need to overeat it. I can have this bar of chocolate, a small bar. I can have a few squares of chocolate and put it in the press. I have never been able to do that. I never understood how people could do that. That why is there a resealable pack on a Cadbury's chocolate bar? Makes no sense, because I will never reseal it. But now I do. Now I can have a square of chocolate, and you know what? I enjoy that. That's perfect. That's such a change. It's such a switch from where I used to be. And when you've been so overweight for so long, you start to adapt your life around that weight. If you're going to a restaurant, that you're first off checking, will that chair hold my weight? If I was going to a theme park, you'd be like, I don't know if that looks sturdy enough to hold my weight. There'd be photo opportunities. I would make sure that I was at the back of the photos. If I saw a photo was about to be taken, I would be already walking to the back, just in case I wasn't going to be somewhere that people would be hiding me. I mean, walking into rooms, just, and as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, being seen eating. That was a big one. Be it out in public, be it at an event, at a wedding, at a buffet. I would never go and get the amount of food I wanted in a buffet, say, because I would feel I'm being judged. It'd be like, oh, look at him. Look at all the food he's eating. And these are thoughts that were just in my mind, but just became natural. That was just life. Now that it is gone, again, I don't feel the guilt over eating. And that's a nice way to be. Again, it makes you enjoy your food more. So this is so much more than a physical transformation. It is a mental transformation. And I said, Mounjaro has allowed that happen. And with using Mounjaro, you also get the negative comments, especially since I post online about it and I document my journey. The whole kind of, the comments saying you looked healthier before, the comments saying you look ill, the comments saying you've aged, or, oh, you've lost way too much weight. These are fairly consistent comments, which I've had to get used to. But you know what? I'm okay with that, because I know myself how much healthier a person I am since I started on Mounjaro. And no matter what anybody says, be it someone who knows me or a stranger, it doesn't bother me, because I know that I'm living a healthier, happier life as a result. But they are something you have to deal with. And I'm hoping with time, these attitudes towards these weight loss medications will change, because these are life-changing medications. I mean, I can just feel the strain gone from my body. It's hard to explain, but when you're carrying around that amount of weight, every single part of the day is a struggle. Sitting up out of the chair, that is a struggle. Your heart, I could feel my heart was always just kind of felt it was working. You could definitely feel my heart was working, even walking up a set of stairs. Now I can run up the stairs. I'm going to live a healthier life. I'm going to live a happier life. I'm going to live a longer life as a result of starting Mounjaro. And I just hope that the negativity starts to actually realize that. I struggled for 16 years to get my weight down. I could not do it. And I tried every single way, every single plan, every single diet there was, I would do it. And it never stuck with me. It never did. It would only work short term. This is different. And that is why I'm so happy I started Mounjaro, and so happy to talk about it, because I think so many people who may want to start this medication, be it Mounjaro, Wegovy, Ozempic, whatever it is, but a GLP-1 medication, are put off by the negativity towards it online. And that is my mission, to just keep on talking, to show the success, that I've lost 7 stone in 1 year on it, but I've also built muscle while I'm doing it. I've felt amazing. I've had no side effects. I've done it properly. I've kept my protein levels high. I've kept my calories high, obviously in a deficit, but not in starvation mode. I've had so much energy to exercise. I exercise 6 days a week, sometimes 7. I'm not saying you have to do that. Of course you don't. I just enjoy doing it. But because I haven't gone into starvation mode, because I've actually eaten seriously good, healthy food, it's just made that difference to allow me do that. And that is the important part of being a Mounjaro, is that you do eat good quality food. And that becomes so much easier when you are using a medication like this. So don't blow the opportunity of it by eating just a little bit less of the food you used to eat. Use Mounjaro, use your time on it, that this is a lifestyle change that you are going to keep on going forever. So if you're on this journey yourself, be it with a GLP-1 medication or not, I would love to hear your experiences of changes as you've lost weight. Have you recognized anything that I've said there? And this is the start of me posting here on YouTube. I'm going to document my journey. I'm going to talk about the things that have affected me, the things that have worked for me, the problems I've had being on this journey, because I enjoy talking about it. And I think the more people talk about it, the more people will actually maybe decide to make a change themselves. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited that I'm at maintenance level for the first time in my life, that I no longer actually have to try and lose weight. Now it's about staying in maintenance level, keeping my weight exactly where it is, but keep on getting fitter and healthier and even happier, which I don't think is possible, because I said the difference that Mounjaro has made to me in the past 12 months has just been, it's been life-changing. But let's keep it going and let's see where I can actually bring this journey.